What's up, world? It's your boy Shaughnessy Haynes back again. This time I'm going to read to you my original writer entitled Jaded. This is for all the fellas who felt demoralized, put down, kicked while they are already down, torn down, but they use the power of prayer to help lift them back up, and today they're more stronger than ever. Make sure you follow my website, www.srhaynes.gmf.wordpress.com. Also on Facebook.com/Shaughnessy Haynes, and on Instagram and Twitter at I am King Haynes. Here we go. A lonely shadow emerges from the darkness of a man who is battered in defeat. Displaced from the world that we live in, his mind and soul is now incomplete. The world says he's supposed to be strong, yet they demoralize him and leave him impotent. They murdered his spirit and buried his soul without even leaving a simple condolence. Bowed down to the misery of rejection, his pride is withered and his plea for help is ignored. The man who once sat highly on his throne is no longer loved, cherished, or adored. One night he gets down on his knees and whispers a prayer to God to help him succeed. God simply whispers back at him and says, "Son, all you need to do is just believe." "Believe in what, God?" he replied. "The world has turned their back on me." God said, "My son, the world is not your issue. You must restore your faith in thee." Appalled by the conviction, his restoration in faith must be his burning desire. A close relationship with Christ Jesus is something he must prioritize and also aspire. From Genesis to Revelation, from the pits of hell to a higher elevation, he has restored his faith in God, and God has rewarded him with a stronger foundation. A man who was once counted out and his purpose in life had darkened and faded, his soul has now been revitalized and he no longer will be ignored or jaded. Now he is more powerful than he has ever been. His focus is restoring and rebuilding his dream. Baptized in the heavenly sea of redemption, his restoration has now upgraded to a level that is supreme. As he looked down at his scars, they remind him of a struggle that he had to endure. Without God creating a path that was rocky and tough, there is no way he could have matured. Society told him that he would be nothing, but God told him he could be whatever he wanted to be. Society said that he would be a loser, but God said with him, there would be no one who can compete. His crown has been restored. A once jaded man now has the power in his hands. Never fall through the guilty cracks of defamation again, now that he has realized that he's the man. His confidence and self-esteem has risen. His foundation has now been set in stone. His beautiful queen, who has just transitioned, will now help him turn his house into a home. He is the leader in which he was created to be. She provides the submission that allows him to steer. Any man who is led by God will always have the power and strength to persevere. As he lays his head down at night, he reminisces about the life that he once lived. He then closes his eyes to thank God for turning him into a man who is now strong-willed. The jaded man who was once treated like an insignificant person was not even offered a helping hand. God revamped, restored, and reused him, and now he's an immaculate and even more powerful man. Keep your head up, kings. Even when life gets tough and you think that nobody has your back and everybody turned their back on you, just remember God is waiting to hear you. He's waiting to hear your voice, and he's waiting to show you what he can do for you. Just keep your faith in him. Remember, always remain confident that the test will endure the stress and will only make you become your best.